Done. Um, last thing that happened was it Flynn? Flynn betraying us.
Oh yeah.
or doing
There's
something
fucking
shady.
race to betrayal.
Oh yeah, let me put my name
Yeah.
up so we know who I am. Rename to
Oh yeah. I can remember this.
Captain Lays Morgans. Morgans. Pew, pew, pew.
Makes me chuckle seeing your picture in the thing from when you froze last time.
Oh yes. Mark, you don't have to keep that. You're just look so regal when you were frozen.
That's fine. It's been okay in this position so far, so hopefully no freezing tonight
Kismet. That's my name.
inside. Kismet, who is our strange hologram pop star.
I'm normal.
Just a cool person.
Just like a cool person. Got our card room there. Sweet. So I think it was Kismet up next, right? Was that right?
Oh yeah.
Oh gosh.
Where's my book? Here it
Oh,
is.
thank you for taking notes, Joe.
I mean, my very
Notes.
important notes of just I am apparently been married to the captain multiple times.
I
Oh, that's
know.
right.
Oh yeah, when we went out drinking. Tried to go to a bar and be a normal human being
Mhm.
person. Okay,
Went great.
Went really good. I did all the things, all the flirting, and all the things.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
I was
we
like,
had
oh, okay.
we had the fight. That's right.
Oh yeah. I didn't know that. Sorry, I'm trying to get page. I have too many tabs open, unsurprisingly, uncharacteristically.
I had to get rid of all of my tabs today because it started to make my computer crash a little.
Yeah, I just constantly use
Yeah.
one tab to collapse them and then get more.
I just snooze them for like a month from now, so they're all kind of like
Oh no.
floating,
day.
and they come. I'm like, nope, snooze some more. Just like constantly batting away tabs.
Okay, after the recruiting. Yeah, I do feel that way too, where I'm like, I don't know if I've ever read any of these.
Will I ever look at this tab again? Maybe. But if I get rid of it, then it might be important and I'll never be able to find that tab ever again.
Yeah, that's why I like
once
snooze it and
snooze
a couple
tab.
times, and then I put it into one tab after. I was like, okay, cool. I'll look at you later. Never.
You two just did Just Like Old Times, right? Was it a fight?
We did the where is it?
We did the
I
training
never
one.
did trust you.
Never did trust
Okay.
you. Yeah.
We've done training. We've done blowing off steam. We've done I Never Did Trust You. Okay. Wait, did Joe get to go? Did you get to pick a game?
I chose the blowing off steam.
Oh yeah, you took us
Right.
to a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
took you to the barn and no one else wanted to go because they're
That's fair. And then when they were fighting and we both were to watch.
yeah.
Okay.
And we sat there with popcorn while and then they turned to us and it was
Oh, it got weird.
it was-
Okay. Battle against the enemy. Oh wait, we did the battle against the enemy, right?
Mhm.
Just like old times? Yeah, okay, just like old times.
Yeah, so I think we
Good
haven't
change.
done who do you think you are? Last time we touched only if we have the time captain and once and then once more into the void is the final one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we did.
I
We
don't
did. Who do you
think-
think you are? That's the fight one. And,
Oh,
and
you
you
two,
can
yeah,
do
You
yeah,
two
you can
that
do
one.
games multiple times if you want to. There. It's only a matter of time.
I know. I'm debating. I Never Did Trust You, or if we want like a scene in between that and the betrayal. the last time we touched is an intimacy scene. Which I don't think Kismet does very well. I think my only option for that is the captain anyway. Mhm. And at the time- Okay, so the last thing we do, sorry, Mark, I'm trying to
No, you're
orient
good.
myself. The last thing we do is the once more into the void.
Yeah, so we'll do one round of games. So we'll do 4 games and then we'll do the once more into the void.
Yeah. And then the options if you could help frame the options that I have, that might be helpful. So I could do only if we have the time captain, which the captain cannot play.
I can't start that game. Yeah.
Can't start that game. It can only be played once per character. Oh, we could play games again. Okay. I
Yeah.
guess I could do anything.
Yeah.
I could trust
Yeah, you could do
you.
anything except for the recruitment and the once more into the void.
Okay. And I don't have to be in the scene, right? Or I do.
Yeah, you do.
Okay. And then you two were fighting.
Mhm.
Remind me of what Flynn did. I remember Flynn did something shitty. And I don't remember. You're like in debt to these amoebas, right?
Yeah, I don't know if that's clear to anyone yet.
Yeah.
Other than maybe the captain has some kind of suspicion about it.
Mhm.
But the captain confronted, and in the argument, it basically kind of got Flynn was able to spin the argument away from being like, you're being sketchy, to like, it's my problem that I just don't trust the rest of the crew.
Mhm.
You left a message to someone at the
Yeah,
end.
we didn't
right?
say who the message was. to.
Yeah.
But that's none of us know.
No,
Well, I
yeah.
mean, you know, but-
I ended saying that we are going to get fuel soon and that they were going to meet up with us there.
Okay. I have a backup plan that I don't know what the backup plan is yet, but I'm willing to have a backup plan if this does not sound good. Captain
Mhm.
Lace Morgans, would
That's
you
me.
want to do a last time we touched between Kismet and Captain? I know
Sure.
that we established that they have tried several times and just been like, I don't know, I can't do it. But I think that Kismet has come back from the bar and is like, oh, so close to be like, I felt almost human for a while there. And like tried to make a move on and equates being human like also being intimate, and tried to make a move on Enoch and it didn't work out. But it's just kind of like coming home from that
Mhm.
pretend drunk and or maybe pretend hungover now. And it's like, oh well, it's just because Enoch wanted to fight. I'll go try out the captain. Like I bet I could do it this time with the captain. So if that's okay with you, if not, I'm
Yeah.
happy to do a different.
Yeah, it's cool with me.
So captain and only I and my chosen partner play. Ask them how you two found this moment of possible intimacy.
So this is after the fight with Flynn.
Oh,
Yeah. And they went off and I think what did Enoch do after the fight? Did someone step in and
Yeah, Enoch had stepped in, I think, to like get you guys to not come to complete blows, and essentially I think the summary was get your shit together, we have a job to do.
Mhm.
yeah.
But I think it's definitely still thinking about, like, has gone off and elsewhere.
Yeah, so I think probably like
find
it sounds
Flynn.
like Flynn and I both went off to our separate quarters to cool off, and so maybe you followed me there,
Yeah, if I
and you
guess
wanted to be somewhere else on the ship. Yeah,
I know, I was like, Kismet was supposedly watching, but I wonder if Kismet maybe slipped away and was like, you like come back and Kismet's like on the bed with like rose petals, with like holographic rose petals, and it's just like, Captain, that was a mighty show you put on out there.
This is quite a show in here. What's going on?
Also decide whether your feelings for each other must be kept secret, and if so, what might happen if you're discovered. I don't even know if there's going to be feelings.
I think the captain definitely wants to keep whatever happens secret because of what he said to Flynn and Enoch about like, no, none of this stuff. We got a mission to do.
Yeah. Okay, so conducting an intimacy, converse as you like naturally during the conversation, and whenever you may begin, but begin an exchange by making an advance. Another then makes an answer to conclude. Okay. Yeah, so I guess you've walked in and are like,
Yeah, now, like
whoa.
I'm just like surprised and speechless. It's like I'm all like have adrenaline going from the fight, and so like it's just a shock
All right.
of like why are you here and what is going on?
I want to touch your hand and describe a strength I perceive in you. May I?
You may, and then I say something similar in response.
we can also act it out.
Yeah, I get that's the.
Oh, okay.
Then we do
and
the
so,
thing, yeah.
So I think, Kismet is like head in hands, like on the bed, but like reaches out
Mhm.
because you kind of like run in and kind of grabs your hand and it's like, Captain, I know you feel like you have to hold all together, and I know you feel like you have to be all of the strength for all of us, but I wonder if you could just let your walls down just this once and let someone else take care of you.
Is that the strength holding everyone
That's
together?
my strength. I perceive it in you.
Okay.
Same hands. I'm flirting.
Yeah. Flirting.
Flirting.
Yeah, I think
Entering,
the
flirting.
captain like stops and like looks at you, and yeah, I think like you're the only one who like Flynn. I don't know what's up with him. He's super puppy dogging after me, and then he's all who knows what. He's irrational, unpredictable, and Enoch is, Enoch, and you're just a solid part of the crew. Like I feel like you're the only one I can really trust. I mean, I can trust Enoch to do what she's gonna do, but only Enoch knows what that is. But I think you're really solid. And he puts his hand on your hand.
Which is like hologram.
Well, I thought you were doing the hard light thing where like.
Oh yeah, I'm hard now.
Yeah. Advance.
Oh yeah, and I guess feel free to adjust them if it's that I've got the captain off guard.
Let's see. I want to touch your cheek and tell you how special you are. May I?
Oh, ooh, friend. You're my good friend. Yeah, you may. Tell me how special I am. Read all the answers. Oh, wait, I'll say you may not. I pull
Ooh.
back and I say, I'm tired of being special. And I have to throw out painful truth about our past. This is the exact same shit as last time. Ladies, if I wanted to be treated like a goddess, I know where to go. I was made to be a goddess. I was made to be worshipped. I was made to be special. But I don't want to be something unique and special. I just want to be somebody's normal, comfortable pal. It's just like that time I had this painful truth. It's just like last time when we tried before, and then something changed and you put me on a pedestal and started acting weird and kind of worshipy. It's not what I want. Insane.
What's your advance?
Oh gosh. So I pulled back. Da, 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 da. I'm going to touch your fingertips and say why I don't want to lose you. May I? And I guess I kind of do that in, like I just pulled back, but then I'm like, but I know of anybody that I know that you have the capacity to be that person for me. And I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose what I have imagined we could be.
You may, and then I remain silent in response.
Boo. Okay. Yeah, great.
And so anytime after the third exchange, any player may interrupt by having someone else enter the scene, or we can just keep going
yes.
until
Oh yeah, there's also like a fade to black thing.
yeah,
If it gets at all sexy, which looks like we're just doing fingertip touches.
I don't know, that could be pretty sexy. I don't
Pretty
know.
sexy so far.
I want to loosen my clothing and say something vulnerable.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Where'd I? You may but then wait, sorry. Yeah, you may, but then I'll withdraw and wait, I withdrew already. Yeah, you may. And I think at that moment we get interrupted by someone and they have questions.
Yeah, I think the captain is like unsure of what your intentions are now, because I came in and there's this whole thing. I'm like, all right. You're like, no. Okay, I just came in here to get changed, so I'm gonna start doing that. I do it in kind of like a okay, like you're in my room and I'm gonna take my clothes off. Are you gonna? Nope. Okay, cool. I'm still taking my
It's like
clothes off. You still
the
here?
will they won't they scene.
Yeah. I think I don't break eye contact as I'm like, take my shirt off, take pants off, boots, change into some like
Oh, actually, can I
something less
change mine?
formal. Oh yeah.
You may sorry, I need to change my flux so I can actually read this. I thought there was one where I run out.
The last one, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Nah. Yeah. Yeah, you may not. And I say something to cut you to the core as I leave. I think that Kismet gets a little overwhelmed. This is like actually intimate. So yeah, you start doing that. And Kismet tries to act cool for a little while of like, but the eye contact keeps going. And it's like a little too nice and kind. And I kind of get flustered and run out, but like before I like leave and then like peek back in, and I'm like, you never really could handle me anyway. Like real defensive, like
All right. Okay.
fun times, sexy
Good
times,
scene. Sexy times.
sexy times.
But
With Captain and Kismet.
Cool. And then after that, what happened?
Next Sunday? Oh yeah, we all draw a card. I gotta enter the room. Drew a 5.
you get 2 tokens.
Yay.
I think Mark, you get to draw.
I also get a 5.
Oh,
Tokens for me. Bam, bam.
we don't have to share them, do we?
We can,
Hey, if you want.
if you want to split them, but I think 2 and 2 is good.
Yeah, I don't feel like we did much of sharing anyway.
Yeah.
It's a pretty defensive intimacy scene.
Let's see. So, come on, PDF, what's up? Let's
I don't know, not
see.
much.
How about, I think I want to do a Just Like Old Times again. That'll be fun. I can blow off some steam the other way. So I think this is going to be me and Anik.
Oh, geez.
So
Same
we are partners in a battle against the enemy. Decide how the 2 of us ended up in this predicament.
I wonder if this is during our fuel stop with what
Oh
Flynn set up,
yeah.
which meeting us at the fuel stop, and they if there's like a trap there or something.
Yeah. What is
Mm.
it? The fuel station? Maybe it's like on a. Can it be like on a ice, like a small ice planet? So it's just like flat tundra as far as the eye
Star
can
Wars
see, and
style,
then-
where the entire
Yes,
planet
yeah,
is one
the entire
biome.
planet's just one thing. And it's
Yeah.
got like this is like the station outside, and there's like a small like rest stop there, but people just like kind of fly in, fuel up, and then fuck off.
It's like a tiny enough planet that you don't have too much gravitation, so it is
Yeah.
literally just like fly in. It's asteroidy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. And then I guess what does the trap look like? Let's do that. Let's have the fuel station explode while we're fueling, and the ship gets untethered and blown off while we are out there, and like some amoeba motherfuckers like come out of
Whoa.
like Wolverine style out of the ice, and come at us.
Oh, so they were in the ice.
Yeah, they were
And
in the
then,
ice and like
that,
popped up, and we're like,
bombs.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
And the ship is like untethered and trying to like recover whoever's flying it. Cool. The other players conduct the fight, then take turns leading the crew through a series of 4 turns. On your turn, choose one. So I'm still not 100% sure exactly what the other players conduct the fight means.
I don't
Take
know either.
turns leading the crew through a series of 4 turns. So I think last time we did like we go around and each tells one of us to choose a challenge or a vulnerability.
I think so. I think that's how we did it before.
Okay. I'll go first then. Choose a challenge.
We're doing that for you, or
I think we're gonna go around and do one each, and you two play like the bad guy. You're basically like GMing the fight. You tell us what the bad guys
we
do.
say what happens. Okay.
Yeah. That's my interpretation. I don't know if that's actually what it's supposed to be.
We can play it that way.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
hard
we
to play.
described the bad guy action, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
totally.
yeah, I remember we did this last time. We made him really cool.
Yeah. They're cool guns. Okay,
Very
so
cool
I
guns.
think. Ooh. Yeah. One of us wants to show off and prove we've outgrown the other. Maybe Enoch. Yeah, it's weird. It'll be too easy for the enemy to take advantage of our pride. And then I draw
Nice.
a card. Or did you draw that?
You draw.
I draw. It's a red one. Which means,
Nice.
oh, we both give them a real show. One of us takes a token.
I think you get it.
I get it. That's mine. Good.
All right. And Nick, what did you do to show off?
So I think if we're in. All right. So we're at the fuel station. Ship has just exploded, and vanished. And then the dudes are on the ground coming from the ice. So I think Enoch would have been on the fuel station, like doing some of the like docking and fueling and just getting off the ship. So Enoch wants to try to do like the cool, stupid movie one in which you use the explosion to like give yourself boost to like then go and like get the guys, and then while in the air grabbing guns to like shoot at them. And then
Nice.
land in that like perfect 3-point crouch.
You described it perfectly because I know what that means.
Yeah, thank you.
And you've got cybernetic implants, so you can do like all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
flip.
And I guess just from the bad guy's point of view on that one, we just kind of get smothered. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like while you're doing like that, like you
Screams.
draw the fire of the other ones because you're like I'm probably on the ground and you just like fucking jump right into it. And I think I think he wants to wrestle. So I think like while you're drawing fire, I run up behind one, sort of grab it, and it splits in two, and I have to like pull out my guns, like pow pow, hit both of them as they
Mitosis.
dissolve. Mitosis. It's frozes. Cool. And now let's do I guess who's next?
Well, that's in the script now.
Joe, pick one.
Lace says
For me.
mitosis is first.
Mitosis is first. Choose. I think since we showed off our pride, we pick a vulnerability next.
Cool. I think the enemy has us pinned down and things look bad. And I run out in front of the enemy and distract them, and you take a token.
Excuse me. I don't even know what these tokens do. All I know is that I need them.
They're
as
good.
many as I can.
So how do the amoebas get us pinned down?
Yeah, I think as you guys kind of do that big trick, the first couple of them had kind of sprouted up from this ice planet or ice asteroid that we're on. You realize that like it's not really ice, like it's not water frozen. It is a thin veneer of ice with a giant amoeboid inside of it. And so it's just like shooting up tiny bits of itself as it coming out through the ice.
Amoeba.
It just begins like rapidly multiplying little amoeboid guys out. And soon you're overwhelmed and surrounded by them.
Nice.
Is this what it wants to do to all the planets?
Yeah. I think my blasters have probably run out at this point, and so I just pull out my sword cane and start slashing them away. But there's too many of them, and I see that Anika's pinned down too. So I try and like make my way in their direction, and then jab the sword down into the ice and dive down into the amoeba, the chewy amoeba center, and try and like draw some of their attention with me there.
All right.
Yikes.
Full swimming after it. That sounds like a
Hmm.
good spot. Always
Um,
bring more ammo.
yeah. Chris, pick one for us. One of us.
I'm gonna say pick a challenge. Mark.
I think one of us recognizes an enemy, a traitor who was once one of us, and they know exactly what to say to get under our skin. I think that's probably going to be Anik recognizing someone. Maybe whoever coordinated the attack on the surface, or their goo person facsimile, or maybe maybe an old crew member has been assimilated by them, and they kind of like sprout up and.
It looks like
Okay.
on this, it's just like the planet, like on the surface, it's the old crew member, but inside is just
draw
jelly.
card. Boop. Black. One of us reacts too late and the enemy gets a good hit in. Yeah, so while I'm down swimming in the goo, I guess it's our someone from the crew who we thought was killed. Maybe like what other characters are there? That's fun.
Oh yeah, we don't have the veteran.
Oh yeah, we don't have a veteran.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the
There's one
the
other.
veteran who was like my like XO, was like the second in command. On our last mission, we thought got killed in some heroic sacrifice, but it turns out that they got assimilated by the goo, and now like they're not necessarily being controlled by them, they're like part of them. They say something to Anik, I guess, and maybe it's like yeah, and like as it like forms up out of like one of the tentacles, they say, yeah, just like you, to leave the ship and let the captain do the dirty work. Probably gonna try and run off by yourself, but not this time. And they just like pseudopod all over you.
Well, Mark, we're supposed to be GMing that part.
Oh, Nicole's the one in charge of pseudopods right now.
Yeah, that's okay. That's what we did.
I guess it's Nicole's turn to pick.
Illusion of choice. Sorry, I thought I would close Chrome for not having distractions, and then forgot that all my tabs from this game are on Chrome. Trying this thing where I don't multitask lately. So I gotta find that page again. It is here. I would trust you. Okay. Flynn, you just did a vulnerability, right?
I just did a challenge.
A challenge. Yeah, Flynn, choose the vulnerability.
Or I choose one. Yeah.
Oh wait, Anik, sorry.
You're good. I just have to make decisions.
Then Flynn tells me to choose something. I know how games work.
I think so. At this point, if you're down going for that Chewy Center, and then up on top there's what maybe is our veteran friend who's not. The enemy gives it their all and unleashes their secret weapon. And I choose. I need to read the things before I choose the things.
It's not how I did it.
I'm gonna say I know how to no. Anik still cares about the captain. I'm gonna push you out of the way. As much as Anik doesn't want to, but I think there's still some feeling there. So yeah, I think that
do I take a token or you take a token? I'm not sure.
you take a token.
Okay.
Because
you're
I was great for you. So Amoeboids, what's your secret weapon?
I think they begin the process of like trying to assimilate you all. Like you recognize this former crew member, and you can tell there's something off about him, and the kind of like shell of him cracks a little bit, and you realize that there's just the gooey center of an amoeboid inside, and they begin to make their way over, and the captain, who is kind of heading for the center, begins to be absorbed by the amoeboid, and you can see the like goo trying to like dissolve into his skin.
I just read Into the Woods, and it has like a horror story that's very similar. I need to lay my babies inside of you.
Well,
how does Anik push me out of the way and take the worst of it?
I think so if you're diving down would try to like I'm gonna say Enoch has a grappling hook. That seems like, yeah, that's fair. And like grappling hooks you out of the Amoeboid Center, but then like
Mhm.
from, you are a person and they are also a person. It is not great. And so then she gets flipped around and sort of knocked into the ice a bit from the momentum.
Nice.
Grapple hook hands, that would be
Just
yeah, but,
every
like,
hand, you have to like retcon every handshake and hug that you've had in this whole game so far. It's like
Grappling hook.
I think I have the most tokens, so I pick the ending. And I think the enemy wins this fight, and we both barely escape to the ship. And probably Kismet flying the ship.
yeah,
like,
I'd like
as,
hooked
like,
into the ship
they're-
at this point.
They're like closing in around us, and you've like grappled me up, and you're falling down. I think Kismet like does a swoop, like a low altitude swoop, and that kind of like distracts them, and then sort of like points the ship up and lets it fall down, and then at the last minute just like blast them with the engines.
That's how you
um,
know it's Kismet.
Yeah, like fuck, no, God. And I actually
I did this in one of my shows once.
I pull the grappling hook rope and kind of like toss you up, and you grab into the loading dock there, and then pull me up and float, fly away as like we see the planet kind of crumbling and just like turning into goo as we
Ugh.
fly away.
The mega amoeba's gotten bigger.
Oh, it's now a mini
There used to
planet.
be like 3 dudes. Now they're like the size of an asteroid.
Fucking
Yeah.
serious.
Now I guess it makes sense why we're all here together trying to do a thing, huh? It's not just a mission to fight 3 dudes.
Yeah, the growing threat. I know how stories
dudes.
work. 3 dudes.
Just the 3 dudes. And it's Joe's game, I think.
You picked it, I think.
Yeah.
So I think you draw the card.
Oh yeah, I draw the card. The captain draws a card.
Oh yeah, it's also says captain there too.
Boop, a jack. Introduce a complication.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think the complication is that so I swung you up onto the ship, and then you pulled me up, and the complication is that there was bits of amoeba goo all over my boots, and as I kind of get on, they detach and slime away and like go into a vent, and now there's infecto goo on our ship. I think that's deepening it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely deepening it. No, so I'll take a token. Yeah, so they're like, we kind of like see them going through the vents, and like they're all over the place, and we see like vent eye view of us like
Only I'm
talking
safe.
about what a shit show that was, and they kind of like are spying on Flynn, and they're kind of like, you can see there's like gooey crystal amoeba vision trying to like analyze Kismet, and they kind of like get like little green reticles, like bing 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 bing. That's how we can get her. Cool.
No.
Like they
I like
analyze
turn off switch.
everyone.
Only the captain knows
Um,
my power switch.
Cool. Now it's Joe's game.
Chris, if you're
Mhm.
cool with it, I want to freaking fight you, my dude.
Oh, I was gonna fight Chris. Yeah, let's all fight Chris.
What is that one? It's
Mean
the
nurse.
Are you gonna do the I never did trust you, or the what did you say?
yeah, but I
The
never
only game Flynn plays.
trusted you. Yeah, it's the one that we have to all be okay if
Yeah.
betrayal, character death, and
Yeah.
like
Whoa, yeah.
we're all cool with the fact that Flynn's gonna die.
Yeah, I did. Y'all did. That's all I did.
All right. Yeah, because I think at this point, like we got back from the ship, like Anik almost died, Captain almost died, like ship almost got fricked, and like we know that you know something, so like Anik is immediately suspect that you set us up for a trap.
Everyone like joins your room.
Yeah.
Oh, no one else may join.
Oh,
Nope, just Enoch.
oops. Well, all right. It's all right. So ask your chosen partner why you've grown suspicious of each other, and where does this tense conversation take place?
I think Flynn has always been suspicious of Enoch because of Enoch's previous relationships and kind of ongoing relationships with the captain. That the thing Flynn wants more than anything is to have the captain's undivided faith and attention. And the fact that Enoch consistently like weaves in and out of the captain's life is just like an annoying fly in Flynn's mind all the time. And there's something about it where he's just like, she's either like mind controlling him or like hacking into a chip in his brain, like something is going on.
Exactly.
And where does the conversation take place? I'm
Oh, those are all good.
gonna say near the ship's
Whoa.
core.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Nice.
All right.
Like
Right.
the
Dangerous all.
the engine kind of blasting off like that, doing a controlled burn of the asteroid, and kind of being flung around with the explosion of the fuel thing. I think the ship's a little banged up, not bad, but just like moderate
These
damage.
repairs,
And
yeah.
yeah, and Flynn
It's-
is the like
You're the ship guy.
unenthusiastic mechanic.
Yeah. Then Enoch immediately storms down there. I'm just imagining like the sci-fi, like, you know, not safe at all magic, like glowing
Spinny
thing
glowy.
for some reason.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, love it.
Those gears.
All right. So no one else may join the game, but anyone can ask anyone for details about relationships and circumstances.
How do you kill him?
Just push them into the glowing spinning thing. To begin the confrontation, choose the leading attack. The player who chose this game goes first. That's me. The other answers the questions and chooses a defensive maneuver.
Ooh.
So leading attack. Reading things. I'll go with the first boy.
Yeah.
I know you're
Perfect.
somehow connected to the enemy. How do I threaten to expose you? And why won't you take me seriously?
Ooh.
I think you threatened to expose me. I think when you kind of got pulled in after the captain, your exposure to the amoeboid thing gave you flashes of their like shared memories.
Nice.
And you remember the interaction between Flynn and a representative of the amoeboids, of Flynn basically
Whoa.
agreeing to financial compensation if the amoeboids were able to get their hands on the captain. And you just straight up are like, well, this needs to be dealt with, and threaten to tell the captain and have him jettison me out of the ship like immediately. But I don't really look up from what I'm doing on my repairs and just kind of turn and nod and just go, I understand what you think you know, but we've been told that exposure to this thing can sometimes have neurological problems or cause neurological problems. So I understand that you are a little stressed out and you might be seeing things, but I can just take you down to the med bay and get things cleared up for you.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Is that one of the defensive maneuvers?
Oh, I
Trying to think how that fits in. Yeah.
come closer and place a hand where it's welcome on kind of your shoulder.
Nope, not on my body. That's
Or
not
where
what-
is it? Sorry. Where is it? I place a hand where it's welcome. Where is it?
I'm gonna do the stupid anime. Don't the hands next to the machinery.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you choose the defensive. Okay, so then do I make another?
And do I make a leading attack next?
First, probably, yeah. I think you go back and forth
I think
doing that,
so. Yeah.
Um,
and then after 3 exchanges, we find out what happens.
I have irrefutable proof of your inevitable betrayal. Why won't I reveal it?
Ugh. My inevitable betrayal. Yeah, because I have set up that NX release in it for like doing trying to redeem herself to her homeland and prove it. And so if there is a way, I think the Umi boy, when had connected, might have made a similar offer as had made
Ooh.
Flynn of we'll give you setup and money and like help you rebuild your home that you had accidentally left to be destroyed when you ran off the first time. But you won't, I think you won't reveal it because the way that you know is that connection to the amoeboid hive mind, right? So like as being part of their intel, you have like a little buddy or a little bit in your head that's still kind of watching and keeping track of what you're doing. And in order to say what you know, you would have to reveal to the captain that you're working with the enemy, and that would be the last thing that you would ever do is have the captain not trust you. And so I'm going to in that way then I want to also remind you of how much you owe me.
Ooh.
Why can't you ever repay me? Because it's been multiple, like you were on the, were you on the original crew?
Mhm.
I have the image that Flynn was young when
Mhm.
he was on the crew before. So I think like, correct me if this isn't your jam, like Enict helped train him in a lot of the like weapons and mechanics and all of that, and had very much taken him under her wing as sort of like adopted child with the captain.
Mm.
Hence the dad captain problems. Yeah, so why can't you ever repay me? Yes, is that? Did I answer that?
Yeah, I think there is a lot of that, like you mentoring me. It was one of those things of like, I assumed that the way that things had stayed on the ship or had been on the ship were going to stay that way afterwards. And then you were the first one of the group to kind of branch off and do your own thing immediately after the kind of blow up of our team. And not having you there to kind of help me progress back into the life after our previous mission, that caused Flynn's breakdown almost. So him realizing of like, everything that you taught me is the only thing that I've ever been good at.
Sweet baby boy.
But the resentment in that, I think, is something of like, that's why I can't ever repay you for it, because I don't value what you gave me. I just resent all of it.
You got too real. X card. Sorry, I won't joke about some stuff.
Cool. Sorry, Flynn, for that. Sorry, not sorry. Okay. On that note, I feel bad killing you, but I will if I have to.
Whoa.
No, I think on that, I like the try to confront you head on, but I falter because a shared memory of ours plagues me. Why are you the most important person to me?
Oh. Big sister vibes.
Which one was that?
The second one, I try to confront you.
But I falter.
What's the shared memory you have?
I think it's the two of us fixing the ship for the first time. Like you first teaching me like how the ship functions, like the core of the ship. And it was the first time that either of us really like had that kind of connection of like we're doing something as a team kind of thing, as the team itself. Yeah, I think that's the shared memory. Defensive maneuvers. I get angry and bring up the past in the most painful way possible. What do I say?
Absolutely. Maybe I will kill you. I think it's just that you weren't happy this wasn't a family to you. I think part of why Anik is angry is she had given up her own home and family and then found this other group that had become like a very tight bond. And then you not having those same bonds makes, again, that invalidation of why you left, right? At least like before it was like, oh, I left and I found friends and people that are close to me and thus I found my own home. But if you didn't care about our relationship, then that doesn't have any point anymore. And so then again, what was the point of this? What was the point of home? You're just a jerk.
Oh no, this got really sad.
Okay, so that was 3 exchanges.
Yeah, so
So
now we
each
draw a card.
card. What'd you get?
Who dies?
I got a jack.
Oh, so you get to decide the ending.
Mm.
Good.
Stressed.
What do I decide?
If you kill him, I won't be able to fight him. That's fair.
So-
enough, I understand.
We can decide together if we say what happens as a result of that choice, or if we draw a card and let fate intervene. Okay, so you were just an ass. I was being very nice and vulnerable. You were just an asshole and said jerk thing. I'm gonna say that it's like there's no coming back from this. Like you've done goofed. You took something that had been precious to
Draw a card.
Wait, so is it that you either decide what happens or you draw a card or you,
Yeah, you either decide together or you draw a card.
what do you want, Chris?
Draw a card.
Put one bullet in the gun and brrr, draw a card.
Right.
Yeah, we'll let fate decide whether you die or not.
What is it? What is it, Chris? Flip the card. Come on, Chris, I believe in your ability to flip a card.
Oh, I thought you were flipping it.
I thought you were flipping it. Oh my god, you dumb.
Okay, there. Boop, boop.
It's red.
Red. One of us attacks the other.
Oh yeah, and it attacks you. Yeah.
Yeah, you attack.
Grappling hook to the throat.
Ooh,
Whoa.
yeah, you go after me. I think as you're kind of attacking, the amoeboid goo from the vents kind of comes into the ship engine.
No.
But it's not sure, like it's just kind of hanging out waiting to see what the outcome of this is too. There's no way that Flynn beats Best Enoch in a fight.
No.
So what do you do?
I think
Like I don't even think I don't even think Flynn's capable of like putting up a resistance to Enoch. It's just like
Slap, slap,
the
slap.
first hit, he's basically on the ground.
yeah, I think after like the first hit comes of like, don't say shit like that. And then are you after the first hit, or maybe the first couple of hits, is Flynn going to seem apologetic or still ride or die on this being an asshole vibe?
I think he's just so dazed from being decked by Enoch's grappling hook arm that he just kind of looks up and is like, he'll never love you.
Whoa.
Don't need a little shit like you to tell me that. And gonna deck you unconscious, and I'm gonna put you in the brig.
Nice.
Yeah, you lock me up as the slime kind of heads back into the vents toward the brig.
Did the slime go all the way out that Enoch saw, or were they kind of just like you saw them because they were in the vents behind Enoch and Enoch was focused on beating you?
I
up?
think it was like coming down of like, we're gonna take out Enoch, and then realizing of, but maybe not, and kind of pulls back up as you spare Flynn.
Okay. Captain draws a card.
Ooh. Boop. It's 9.
Take 3 tokens.
You decide. Captain decide. That's not fair. I instigated. I should
Maybe
get.
the captain runs in and solves it.
I'm gonna give you 1 and you 2.
Who is me?
Joe got
Who's
1,
he
Chris
here?
got 2.
Wait, Chris was an asshole. Why'd you get this worse?
That
Right.
doesn't make
Right.
sense.
Never gonna love you either.
Ooh.
Chris's game.
Nobody likes each other. Nobody likes each other. Except for
Yeah, unconscious.
In the brig, yeah.
In the brig.
plenty of options.
I think Enoch after your kind of takedown of me, do you tell the other crewmates kind of what transpired?
Oh, 100%. Like,
Like everything?
storm in just like
We've already gotten texts.
little shithead has been working with the amoeboid, like did this, and he said he didn't even care.
There's no punctuation in this text.
Yeah.
It's all caps.
After that conversation, then, I think that evening, as everyone's kind of settling in, trying to figure out what's going to happen, Kismet, I never trusted you. It was only a matter of time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was gonna do anyway.
Why have you grown suspicious of each other?
Well, I know I'm suspicious of you for obvious reasons, but I think there's also reason to be suspicious of Kismet.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't trust, personally, I don't think Flynn trusts Kismet because Kismet is
Capitalism.
like so in desperately trying to be human is like the most in, like when they are trying to be human is their most inhumane times. And the kind of like flightiness of the emotions that Kismet feels, I think Flynn finds deeply upsetting.
Yeah.
Because Flynn is very much like, no, things are a certain way, and Kismet is constantly like the rose petals on the bed, and then immediately like, goodbye.
Yeah, Kismet is really only I mean, Kismet was designed to be like a fucking character in a park, to be like adored, and that didn't really require a lot beyond like being a fucking advertisement. They are missing quite a lot of human things that would not make someone feel deeply uncomfortable. Once we're in the brig, but maybe we can make it a little more dangerous.
I think yeah.
Ooh, I wonder if Kismet dragged you out of the brig
Mm.
and took you to the hangar with the bay doors open.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Kismet like overreacts after Enoch. Enoch riles up Kismet. Kismet's like, "Rah!"
Yeah, Flynn is just like completely stone faced, like nothing to all of this.
This will be fun. Great. All right. Well, you choose the leading attack.
Yeah.
With our emotions combined.
I bring up something from our past that I should have told the others long ago.
Ooh.
What stops me from telling everyone else? Yeah, I think Flynn brings up like the kind of sketchy origins of Kismet.
Mm-hmm.
I think Flynn might have been like Kismet might have been like one of the last members to join up, and the kind of scouting of Kismet might have been something that was like Flynn had a role in, and finding Kismet for the first time like at the height of their pop starness, but at the lowest point of like humanity. The kind of almost deranged nature of Kismet during that time. What stops me from telling everyone else?
So you. Sorry, I,
think-
just need to summarize.
Yeah, I
what you
think
just
Flynn's
said.
the only one who really saw Kismet as like,
my most monstrous.
yeah, like the least human.
Yeah, yeah. And you've always kept that secret. And I wonder if you don't tell everyone else because you aspire to be that sort of cult leader.
Mm.
I mean, maybe not completely like that without humanity, but like that there was something about the way I could draw people in that you were like, that's the magnetism I need. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, because that's the thing. That's like, I haven't told anyone because I think that is the thing that Kismet is good at. Like everyone in the team has their own thing, and I think that Flynn is convinced that that is Kismet's thing. Is that
It's the thing Kismet hates doing the most.
yeah. Kismet's one good trait is the thing that Kismet hates most about themselves and tries to suppress the most. Yeah.
Ooh, I got a defensive maneuver for this. Yeah, so you bring up that you've seen me at my height and my least human. And I was like, well, if you like it so much, so I lean in and whisper something that thrills you. Well, if you like that so much, I could hook you up with one of the corporation worlds. And they would hone those abilities in you, and you could have a very cushy life. And I guess you could add to that. Sorry, what is it?
Oh yeah.
I'm not always sure how these work.
Yeah, I think it's definitely the promise of endless economic opportunity from Kismet.
And yeah.
Yeah. The just like, if money was the only problem, then like I literally own planets of entertainment. Like I could get you any kind of position there and you'd be set for forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if that's your only real issue.
Yeah, definitely. What is your leading attack?
All right, let's attack back. I catch you doing something you promised me you'd never do. What is it?
Yeah. I think with that kind of opportunity, it's just kind of racing through Flynn's mind. Flynn immediately is like, that is the thing that can get me out of this terrible situation. If I get the money, I can repay the debt. And like speaking just train of thought of like, if I get that, I can repay the debt. We don't have to have the captain turned over. We can actually stay with this and like finish the job that we're supposed to be doing. And I think it's the saying the thing I've been doing is selling out the captain, the person who I promised is like the person that I would never betray.
Yeah, and I think that it's also even deeper of like, it's not only that like you selling out the captain for economic stuff, like Kismet is like, that's super shitty and you said you'd never do that. But I like knowing Flynn probably thought that there would be like some way to make it all happen, but you leaving the captain to go take on one of these pop star roles, like that also feels like an even deeper betrayal of like, oh, you would leave your life.
Yeah, like giving up like the school thing has been like,
Yeah.
I'm pretending to model the captain and like spreading the
I was like,
captain's
oh.
ideals
You
everywhere.
said you'd never stop worshiping the captain.
Yeah.
Mm.
What is going on?
Defensive maneuver.
They're so mean.
I remind you of the good times we had together. What were they?
Hmm.
Like, I think in doing
Yeah.
this, I am trying to, in like realizing that I can get out of this situation, I'm just like, this would mean so much. We don't have to have this constant getting at each other. If you're able to do this and bring up good times that we used to have.
Yeah, and I think that we've had a lot of good times bonding over our mutual like outcastness, especially when Captain and Anik are on. It's like we tend to be like the lowest of the ship, but that has made us sometimes like a little like troublesome prankster group. Like because we are like feeling like we didn't get the love of the people that we kind of came here to get the love of, that when they are together and it destabilizes the entire ship, because they're like orbiting around each other, then we do have like fun times bonding over feeling that way, and then also being like, haha, we took bites out of every sandwich in the fridge. Take that, suckers. Like just being the like pranksters of the crew and like kind of bonding over like not feeling like we fit in.
Yeah, I think that kind of leads into my leading attack.
God damn.
I think as Flynn is kind of lowering Kismet's guard a bit of like,
Yeah, she's like remembering and like showing
Yeah.
like images. It's like, oh,
yeah, like visual
remember this
memories
time?
flying around. Yeah. I try to confront you head on, but I falter. A shared memory of ours plagues me. Why are you the most important person to me? I think like as you're talking, one of those memory things kind of pops up. So why are you that shared memory? Why are you the most important person to me?
Oh, yeah. And I wonder if it's like the second time Anik and the captain got together. Because in between, but their first divorce was like one of the happiest times in your life, and you felt like most integrated into the crew. And once they got back together, there's a memory that comes up of you just in your, let's see, shared memory of ours plagues. Yeah, and you were in your room, really not in a good place. And what is our safety stuff? Yeah, and you were maybe going to start taking things into your own hands and maybe about to take your own life. And Kismet did the most human thing that they've ever done, is that they just came and sat beside you. They didn't try to stop you. They didn't try to cheer you up. They're like, nothing's really going to help. I think you just need somebody around, and just sat there with you. And it was a really, really long time, but it was what you needed at the time. Oh, how am I going to be defensive against that? I do. Yeah, I think like that memory comes up in between the two of us.
Mhm.
So like I'm looking at it reverse and you're looking at it, and we both kind of like I was like carnivaling around and putting on one of my shows, and then like we kind of stopped and we remember that memory. Both that it was a really sad time for you, but also that I like think that's like Kismet has tried so hard to be human and it has never worked. But in that moment, in stopping trying
Mm.
and just being and not doing actions, but just in being and reacting was finally human. So yeah, this fight is so sweet. Yeah, maybe I come in closer and maybe I place a hand like where I know you have some scarring on your wrist where you were maybe starting your attempt.
Yeah.
And I can touch you in a welcome place. And yeah, or I guess, yeah.
Yeah. With that, that's the 3. So let's go ahead and
So let's murder.
draw cards.
All right.
I got a 4.
Well, if you don't get to decide these, how you die.
I got an ace. What does
Ace
that
high.
mean?
Ace is
I mean-
high.
That means you get to choose the ending.
Oh gosh. Because of the way this is going, because Kismet is like Kismet has spent this whole episode just thinking that it's fucking impossible to be human, and is now faced with like, oh, they have actually had moments of that, and that Flynn is not just a monster. That Flynn has had hard times and actually cares about people, and that Kismet has been a monster, and it's like, you know what, like I can't fucking judge you. So yeah, I think we share a moment of intimate vulnerability. Yeah, and I think Kismet is like kind of giving you like a nod. Is like, all right, well, now that I see all of this, like things are okay between the two of us. Like I will have your back. And so then we'll draw a card and we'll see what
Or you
happens.
can choose together. Yeah.
Oh, we can choose together.
Yeah, let's draw a card.
Yeah, because I was
Yeah.
like, I think that Kismet is trying to like be vulnerable and be like, you know what? I will have your back no matter what the crew does. Because you're my person. And I want to see if Flynn like takes that or is like, no, sucker. What is gonna happen? Red, one of us bears our heart. Black, what just changed my mind. All right, black. Oh no. Okay, one of us changes our mind. So we're like kind of coming into like, you know what? Yeah, you fucked up. I've also fucked up.
Yeah, I think
You're good by me.
Flynn like takes a moment and leans in for like a hug, waiting for Kismet to become like tangible. And at that moment, Flynn changes his mind,
Yeah.
and the kind of thin veneer of Flynn cracks a little bit, and some of the amoeboid leaks onto Kismet.
No.
Was good the whole time?
Screw the whole time. That was such a sweet scene for that to do that on. Oh. Now we're all fucked.
Maybe. Oh, now we do who does now.
Oh, yeah.
I-
Draw. Oh, captain draws a card.
Captain draws a card.
Hard.
How's our loyalty?
Boop, king. Yeah.
Reveal your
Um,
true feelings for someone in the scene.
Yeah, captain.
Yeah. Is that me?
Is that you?
I don't think it's me because
The captain's like on the loudspeaker and is like, all right, for the record, plan is stupid dum dum. Captain out.
Yeah. I think the bit of Flynn's humanity that is left in there, other than this just fervent belief in the amoeboids, is the bit of Flynn that remembers how much they cared about Kismet.
Still a believer.
Like the Flynn who really thought of Kismet as just a machine is reminded of that instance where they had kind of blocked that for a long time, and for a very brief moment thinks of Kismet as like one of the closest people that they have become with. And then that last kind of tangible bit of Flynn.
We did kill Flynn.
All right. I think Kismet gets the token.
Whoa. Yeah, because I'm actually still alive.
Yeah, actually not me, Boyd.
Well, I guess now you're just a different sort of thing. We
Cool.
could accept our new friend as he is.
We'll see. Once more into the void. Is this our triumph or our downfall? Last game. This is
This
the
was
last
just
game.
like devastated.
Everyone plays.
Anyway, yeah, Captain's like doing fine. Had just like changed out of weird fight.
Oh
with-
yeah,
And,
Captain's
like,
just like finally got his clothes off.
Put my new
Changed.
clothes on. All right.
Yeah,
Hey
Okay.
guys, we're gonna have dinner.
yeah, got into
Ready
some
for the
nice
final mission. Let's do it.
Kismet's upset, wants a me, Boyd, and Alex just
Yeah, I think some murder happy and
Let's see. During the final mission, anyone can ask anyone for details about their relationships and circumstances. Everyone makes one last loyalty draw before playing the game.
oh my gosh.
Grab one. I got a queen.
Oh
Introduce
gosh.
a complication before the mission even starts. Give away 3 tokens. Do I give them to someone else? Probably.
We get 1 token. If
Tokens.
I get a 3, so I get a token.
I'll give one
Why
Why do
token
I have
extra.
so many less tokens than everyone?
One,
not playing the
I
game.
gave away my tokens one time. I was a
3.
fool.
and you get a token for everyone. There we go.
Yes.
And I need to introduce a complication. And I think the
There's
complication.
none. It all seems fine.
Yeah,
The
everything's
complication
great.
is that the amoeboid stuff that's been in the ship actually got into the ship, and it's turning the life support systems off, and like it's just like fucked the ship.
Why would they do
It's-
that? Why would they just send us to one of their planets? This is not a good system.
They
I have some
did that. And it didn't
feedback.
work. You get to decide what you do with the tokens. Otherwise, conducting the final mission. There are 7 challenges. Go around the table and on your turn, choose a challenge to face, answer the question, and draw a card to reveal the outcome and cost. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's a lot of tokens. Okay.
Oh,
I guess we'll do start with Nicole and go around again.
Why not?
So Nicole picks the first challenge for Kismet.
Once more into the void.
oh
Okay.
damn it! You cannot pay the cost. You can just die. Okay.
Oh gosh. No, I don't have this kind of. This is kind of big money.
You can ask other people to
Uh,
pay for you.
As long as people are your friends like us.
Okay. Well, I mean, it seems like our ship equipment or technology fails us at a crucial moment. Or
Oh, how did yeah? That's clearly the.
I mean, I can. Well, that's already happening, right? Maybe.
I think that's a great start. Though. That's
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
I was like that, or like the capitalism ship also shows up.
Mm.
But I like that. Yeah, let's just keep it simple. So our ship is failing because of the goo. And they sabotage us because of the goo. And it's yeah, and now they did try to make us go to the gas station, but now they're just keeping us still so that their ships can come get us. Well, I guess they have enough on here that they're hoping to take us over before they start the ship up again. All
Nice.
right. So I'll draw a card, and I'm sure I will keep all my tokens. Oh, I have 8 now. Okay. I drew a 3. It was black. Oh no. Oh no. I wonder if what terrible price must I pay to make things right. I think that Kismet puts herself into the engine.
Ooh.
And yeah, I think Kismet is like, oh, I think I have to. And that means that Kismet can't come back. Like Kismet has to become the ship.
You still have 2 tokens left after that.
Yeah, I was gonna talk to you from the ship, but yeah,
You're still kind of there.
I'm kind of there. Yeah, I think at this moment, Kismet is like, maybe this will work out. Maybe I can come back, but like it's just like holding it up. It's like, okay, all right, that I did that.
I think I'm gonna choose an old friend appears and betrays us at a critical moment. I think the goo reforms into
Gary.
our veteran Gary.
No, Gary.
And it's like we're watching Kismet go to the ship, like, okay, cool, we got to go find all the stuff. And behind me, Gary shows up and is like, it's better this way. I've been absorbed by goo for a while. It's way easier, just like go along with it and everything's gonna be fine. Don't fight it. And I can't raise my weapon against him because like I still see him as my old buddy. And I'll draw a card. And it's black, of course. Pay 6 tokens.
That's not a good
That's half my
one.
tokens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And how do I falter in their presence? I think my hand goes to my like sword cane thing, but like I just can't move. And he advances on me, extending little goo tentacles out of his fingers. Joe.
Okay. It's good. I think next I'm gonna go with the enemy outnumbers us, we're outmatched and outgunned, why are we unprepared? So I think part of it is we had planned on going to the place and not really having the fight come to us. So all of our tactics and trainings were like against solid things and not like understanding the full nature of the amoeboid and how they can just kind of like sloop and assimilate folks. It's something we weren't ready for.
We knew very little about these.
No, we did not do good recon, apparently.
If only we had someone that had given us intelligence.
If only someone knew a lot about them. And it's
Oh,
black.
jeez.
Cool.
So we had
beans.
Gary.
So that's black. So let me pay my 6 tokens. 6. Oh man, I only have 8 left.
That's gonna be tight.
Oh. What foolish gambit do I make that cost us dearly?
God damn it, Anik.
I just love those foolish gambits. They just I think it would be ooh. We're on a spaceship. I want to try and vacuum them boys out. Open up some of the holes and things.
Oh, all of them. Yeah, just open it all the way up.
Yeah, open them all to try and flush out the amoeba. But now hopefully we're all wearing our spaceship suits and maybe have something to grab onto. But the ship is like, even, Kismet can do what they can, but like this ship is real messed up at this point.
Have you ever played FTL, the video game?
Yeah.
It's
Just like,
like a
oh no,
little,
there's fires.
yeah, like, oh, my spaceship's on fire. Like, I guess open all the, okay, now it's not on fire anymore. Close the vents, close the vents, close the
Yeah.
vents. It's super good.
FTL.
FTL, yeah, it's really, really good.
Mhm.
Chris, go.
The only way we're getting past this horror is if I confess my dark secret to you. My fear overwhelms me.
Oh my God. What other secrets do you have?
Yeah, how many secrets you got?
I think it's just coming clean to
Yeah.
the captain.
Then yeah.
The captain's the only one that doesn't know.
Yeah.
Other deck, other deck. Nope, other deck. You
Other
drew from the
deck?
discard pile. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
you knew that one was black already. There we go.
How do you comfort me when I reveal it?
Mm.
Mm.
So who you're coming clean to the captain?
Yeah. I think after Enoch pulls the like airlock mover, Flynn comes up and is like, every one of the things that had gotten on here is off, but there is one left.
Where is it? Let's get it.
And like the little crack of Flynn's face, you can see the like amoeboid underneath.
You're the
Oh,
one.
oh, buddy, how long?
About 2 months after the last mission.
And still you came along.
Yep. I figured I could help the team by kind of being a man on the inside. They wanted me to give you over, but I knew that you are strong enough to help the team overcome this, that me and you together could overcome this and figure out a way to stop it. But
Well, no matter what's inside you, you're still part of the crew. And we're gonna fix this.
Captain. You couldn't kill Gary either. This is why we have this problem. You gotta get the ants out. They're not your friends.
They might all be out. We don't know if they're
We'll be fine.
Nicole's challenge.
I don't think this is gonna go well. Oh no. Jeez, which one should I choose? Feels like everything's falling apart. Yes.
Mhm.
We are confronted by something unreal, horrifying, larger than life. Yes. I don't feel like it's my fault though. It could be.
Oh, we know whose fault it is. Flynn.
Oh, yeah, let's say. Yeah, let's do it. That feels weird and interesting. We are confronted by something unreal, horrifying, and larger than life. How is this monstrosity my fault? Draw one card and reveal the outcome and cost. Yeah, so Kismet also had a role in this because these amoebas are better at capitalism than humans are and have all of the people on the planets that Kismet is the like PR for are all amoebas now. And Kismet knew this, and it like doesn't really, it didn't really strike her as bad until she's like they're finally putting the pieces together of like, oh, that's killing them. They're a little too strong sometimes. So they're like, oh, I helped spread this because I'm really good at my job, and like I am like the epicenter of this infection. Like they would have just been off in like a rim world somewhere, but they found like one person who was like a fan of mine, and then so Kismet reveals that of like, you can't just blame Flynn. Human nature was as it was, and it was always going to want the things it wanted and want the easy way. It is the most human thing to do, you might say. All right, I'm gonna draw a card. You're a black card.
That's good.
Neither one was gonna be good, but why do I hesitate at a crucial moment? Let's see. Yeah, so I'm revealing that part of this is my fault, that I helped spread it like millennia faster than it would have. And I hesitate because I'm like, the worst part is I don't see the tragedy. Like I've wanted my whole life to be like you, to be human. Because I thought, because it's what I was made to kind of want. My creators were human, so all I could do was see them as gods. But just based on the data, these amoebas don't treat each other any worse or any better than you all treat each other, and neither of you make any sense to me. So I don't know why I should even try anymore or care or want to be human at all. And I pay 6 tokens. And I have -4. What does that mean for me? Am I dead?
If you cannot pay the cost, choose one of those
Oh,
things.
yes, I cannot pay the cost. Yeah, I wonder, I think my fate maybe remains unknown. I think I upload myself. And I'm like, this is the last you'll hear of me. And so I like go into the ship, but I could probably bounce to another ship eventually. So I'm just kind of,
You just like broadcast yourself out. Into
yeah, I just kind of singularity myself, and I was just like, you know what, fuck this shit. It's a bunch of bullshit. Just had a really sweet scene. Oops, drop my camera. No, Kismet out. Yeah, I think Kismet kind of lost their faith. I don't need anybody to save me.
I think I'm gonna do my past catches up with me, and I have no choice but to face it. Yeah, I think this is this is Gary telling me so he actually was lost to the first time we encountered these amoeboid things, and he died on that mission, and he's like coming back and like, remember when you thought you were being so noble and you had the chance to just like raise the planet from space And instead, you said, no, these things are also worthy of life. They took me, and then they, spread to everyone else. So you had the chance to stop this before it began, but you decided you had to be like the righteous hero, and now here we are. And a 4, a red. How do you change my mind and back me up? Who am I asking that?
Um,
I'm not sure I understand. Oh, that's 4 tokens.
If you're asking Gary.
Guess so, yeah. How does, am I changing Gary's mind? Am I doing the like Captain Picard talking the aliens out of being shitty thing?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, so I think the captain turns it back on him and says, no, I spent my entire career engaging in war and expansionism and treating things we didn't understand as if they were the enemy. And I chose to not do that once. And that's what ended my career. And that's the thing that began the unraveling of this crew. It wasn't my choice that did that. You're a part of that now, and you understand it's the nature of that thing that you're a part of. But I can tell, since we're talking, that you're intelligent, and so you can make a choice to continue to consume all the life in the universe, or
That's
to
what humans
exist
do.
peacefully with the vast variety of life that exists here, instead of all becoming the same. And I know there's still a part of you in there, Gary, that hears me. And yeah, I think that he just scoots away. And that's when like the rest of the ships that were taken over come and are closing in our position as Joe picks the last game.
Yeah, the one is everything that's falling apart is the
Yep.
last one. Okay.
Yeah, so
everything's
Enoch is the
falling
only
apart.
one that didn't betray us.
Yeah, I think we're being
Only
like
non-betrayer is Enoch.
being down upon, being borne down upon by a bunch of other ships. I've talked away our amoeba. I've talked our amoeba off the ship. Because that's what captains do.
Yeah. Time for me
That's
to-
how Star Trek goes. Yes.
All right. So everything's falling apart. We'll take all of our skill and nerve to navigate through this hellscape of a bunch of ships, minus one Gary. Draw a card. Yep. Oh, is black.
Woo!
Black card.
Oh, yeah, points to spare.
Yeah, but do I want to pay those points? No. Also, how do I become a liability? How do I become a liability? I think so. You just talked away Earl Omi boyfriend.
Me boyfriend.
But we still have other Omi boy ships coming.
Yeah, so are they friendly, or are they gonna fuck us up? And how do you become a liability in that?
Yeah, I think Enoch is not willing to let me boys be me friends. And
or anyone else.
yeah, no. So even though like Captain has done this like very nice work of trying to make amoeboids be friends with us, Enoch's not gonna go with that, and it's not gonna take Captain's advice, and it's just gonna like book it to the weapons deck and try to take out some of these ships. So thus, possibly ruining this maybe friendship that we had, that you had made with the
Like blowing our way out.
yeah, it's the Enoch way, just guns.
Cool. I think that finished the mission.
Woo.
Close up all our events.
Crash landing.
And then after the final mission is completed, everyone chooses one epilogue question and answers. I guess we'll go around same way.
Oh, yeah, I have the fate remains uncertain. Is that me?
That's you. Yeah.
Okay. Since my fate remains uncertain, like I just kind of beamed myself out. What lies about me are created by conspiring shadows? Am I answering these or am I
Yeah.
asking y'all?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think you can.
Oh, I have to do work. Oh, the second one's good too, though. Yeah, I beam out, and then there are like urban legends that that I'm infecting all of like any propaganda, and that I secretly control everything. Yeah, but it's just urban legend.
Yeah, it's just sort of not true. I survived the mission, so gonna do what strange events occur before I disappear. Yeah, so I think we get back to wherever we came from. Everyone gets dropped off wherever they want, or like park the ship somewhere and I'd walk
Like a
away.
bus.
Yeah, like okay, time to get out.
Fuck out of here.
And what strange events occur before I disappear? I think there's a broadcast on all all non-amoeboid frequencies. The ships that were hijacked by the amoeboid send like a 2001 message like, cool, we are the amoeba empire, we were going to take you over, but we're not going to. Here are our borders, do not fucking cross them or we will destroy you. Amoeba's out, don't talk to us again.
Amoeba's out.
Yeah, and like I like see that message of like, cool, I'm gonna go live in the mountains somewhere. I go back to Flynn's old compound and like take up the mantle of teaching, but like under an assumed name or whatever.
Like, you look really a lot like that guy in the photo.
Nah, different guy. I got a mustache.
I mustache and wear glasses, not the
Yep.
same.
Different guy, I got a
A
mustache.
super different guy. Joe.
Oh, it's beating. All right, I survived because I had all the points. Thus, I won the game.
Yep, sure one.
I
The only
think-
non-betrayer.
Or did I? Ooh.
What?
I didn't betray, I was just
regret
doing
do
my
I
job.
finally-
I was doing my job too.
Yeah, you did good. What regret do I finally let go of? Who helps me to do so? I think Enoch, after this, is still trying to get I think Enoch goes back home and tries to pick up some of the pieces and start help rebuilding some of what had been destroyed and finding maybe not her own family because they were gone, but trying to build her own family and recognizing like that choice is what's important too. And I think part of that, who helps? I think like still keeps in contact with the captain in like a weird, like, all right, hey, we're still fine, but like in that having that presence and support, just reminding of how much she's grown and can still grow. Yeah. All right, Flynn. I think you died.
Yeah,
Happier
I'm
than it's
gonna,
ever been.
I'm gonna go with the I technically survived. So what new heartbreak changes me? What do I yearn for? I'm gonna say after everything that happened, like all the amoeboids kind of get the call of like, we have to go back over this line. And Flynn is kind of drawn to do that, but kind of like the whole time has been trying to reconcile this loss of humanity whilst trying to stay true to the belief in the captain and their kind of idealized version of the family that they wanted. And I think seeing Kismet's self-sacrifice and like total like their total freeing themselves from attempting to be human anymore was heartbreaking to Flynn in that they never thought of that as like an option for themselves, that they didn't have to have the traditional family and have the traditional life kind of thing, and realizing that that's an option kind of breaks Flynn a little bit. What do I yearn for? I think Flynn is trying to find Kismet. Like through using the ability in the amoeboids to like all be present with each other, is searching through every planet that they've infected and is trying to find Kismet.
Nice. I think that's a good place to end it.
That ties in with the one I wanted to choose of like, who finds a trace of you? Why does it haunt them?
Yeah.
It's Flynn. Flynn finds like my finger or something.
It's like a weird little hologram thing.
Cool. And that is once more Into the Void.
Whoa, that was
Yay.
even more dramatic than I thought it was going to be. I was like, wow, we don't like each other. This is how are we going to set up drama? And it's like, oh,
This way.
very sad.
Found trauma.
Yeah, this game would work really well even with people who like didn't understand story.
Oh yeah.
Who were just like, I'm gonna fight you. Like, yes, but now you gotta like tell me how I'm the most important person.
Now
Or,
kiss.
Yeah.
Kiss.
Mwah.
Now kiss. Now fight. Now kiss. Fight someone else.
I liked the structure of this game. That was
Yeah.
I like, even though I was sad that Flynn didn't die.
Oh,
My adopted
playing a
son.
different game.
It's okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording. Bye everybody.